welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayley and this is Pilates for your core. We're really going to work today into our deep abdominal muscles and the supporting muscles such as our lower back, our transverse abdominis, and all of the surrounding muscles that support us in our everyday lives. So when you're ready, let's get started, and we're going to begin today by practicing our breathing. So as we inhale, expanding through the rib cage, placing the hands on the bottom of the rib cage if that feels comfortable for you. And as we exhale, bringing everything in towards the spine, navel towards your spine. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Pull everything in. Keep going with that, arriving on your mat today, feeling completely present and ready for your practice. Carry your head over to the right hand side, and then let's take it over to the left hand side. So keep switching through that, using the breath to support you here, creating a nice long stretch in the side of the neck. And then maybe going into some head rolls, taking them one way and then the other, ironing out any little creases that you might be feeling in the upper back. Return your head to a neutral position. Let's place the right hand down on the mat, and then leaning over with the left arm, maybe coming down onto the forearm. Pushing away with the left knee, making sure that your hip is pressed towards the mat, creating one long line of energy. Good. Exhale as we windmill over to the other side. So left hand or elbow onto the mat, pressing down that right hip towards the mat, and then reaching over with that right arm. Deep breath in here. And then exhale as we come all the way back to center. Placing the hands on the knees, inhale with me, and then on the exhale, we're going to round out the spine, chin comes to chest. Inhale, return to neutral. And exhale, pull your belly button in towards your spine. Inhale, up we come. So we're just warming up through the core here, engaging through the pelvic floor and those deep abdominal muscles. Inhale, return and lift the head. Let's take one more. Exhale to round it out. Chin comes to chest, and inhale, up we come. Well done. Taking your right hand now, placing it on your left knee. Let's circle back with the left arm, placing the arms in a cactus position, so opening out through the elbow, through the chest, and looking over your left shoulder. Breathe into the twist. Maybe even reaching your fingertips on the mat behind you, pressing into them, growing a little bit taller. And then bring the left arm all the way over to go onto the right knee. Circle back with the right arm, cactus through the arm, open through the chest, through the shoulders, looking over your right shoulder. Pressing into the fingertips now, growing that little bit taller through the spine. Breathing deep. And then bringing that right arm all the way back over. Come and join me now in an all fours position. So making sure the wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and bringing the navel in towards the spine. Let's inhale all together, and as we exhale, lift the right arm and left leg. And all we're going to do is work to tap them on the mat. So tapping and lifting. Tapping down on the inhale, lifting up on the exhale. making sure that your back remains nice and straight, hips facing the floor, using the breath to support you. Keeping the gaze focused just forward of the mat. Let's inhale to arch through the back, exhale, round it out. Let's take it on to the other side. So inhale, navel comes towards the spine. Exhale as we reach forward with the left arm, right leg extends back. Good, we inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Keeping everything in one straight line, lifting out of that supporting hip. Keep the navel lifted. Using the breath to support you, you've got this. Let's just do one more. Well done. Bringing the knees slightly wider now, let's recline back into child's pose. Reaching through the fingertips and reaching back with the tailbone. Taking some deep breaths into the lower back here. Maybe flipping the palms to ease the pressure on the wrists. Ready, pressing into the palms of the hands to come back into that all fours position. So navel in towards the spine, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Tucking the toes here and open out the legs into plank position. Breathing deep. Exhale as we go back to downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees and come back into plank. Exhale, pike up with the hips. Inhale, bend the knees and lengthen out into plank. Keep flowing with that, using the breath to support you. Really keeping that navel tucked in towards the spine. Good. Holding a little bit longer now in this plank, maybe rocking backwards and forwards before finding some stillness. Exhale, bring left knee to left elbow. Exhale as we switch. So we're switching through the knees, bringing same leg to same elbow. Lifting up through the core, you've got this. Feeling the crunch in those oblique muscles. Well done. Lower through the knees. And now come down onto your elbows, shifting forward with the hips, navel in towards your spine to create one long line. As we exhale, we're going to work to dip our hips onto the mat. So exhaling each time you switch, keeping that core connection going. Well done. Pressing up into the palms of the hands for cobra. Inhale and exhale. And lowering down all the way onto the belly, creating a pillow for the forehead with the hands. And again, still keeping that core connection even in this posture. Inhale all together. Exhale as we lift the upper back off the mat. Exhale to lift, squeezing through the glutes, but keeping the feet pressed into the mat beneath you. So we're really working here to strengthen the lower back and to isolate those muscles, to to create strength and length. Exhaling to lift. Hold this one now and sweep back through the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift through the legs. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very well done. Press back, knees nice and wide into a well-deserved child's pose. Breathing deep into those lower back muscles. Reaching forward with the fingertips. Allowing your head to fall heavy onto the mat. And then when you're ready, pressing up into the hands, and join me now in a kneeling position. So knees together, and let's extend through the right leg. Bringing both hands to the back of the head and then leaning over towards the left, bringing your shoulder over the left wrist. Work now to lift that right leg and flex through the heel. Exhale to carry it forward. Inhale to carry it back. Now the trick here is to try and remain as stable as you can whilst you're doing this motion. So keeping everything else as still and as stable as possible. Working into those deep abdominal muscles that are responsible for supporting us in our everyday lives. Well done. And then coming down now onto the left side, gluing together with the feet, we're going to exhale to lift both legs and inhale to lower. So really feeling that lift underneath the waist in this position. Exhaling to lift and squeeze those transverse abdominals. Inhaling to lower. Trying not to put too much weight in that front hand, maybe even testing your balance here as we hold with the legs lifted. Well done. Now let's take that all onto the other side. So coming back into your kneeling position, extending through the left leg this time, making any little adjustments, making sure that your knee is underneath your hip. Hands behind the head, and then lower the right hand down and shift the shoulder over your wrist. So lift through the left leg, extend through the heel, and then exhale to carry forward, inhale to carry back. So really putting some concentration in towards the core here. Even making your leg movements a little bit smaller if you find that your core is tempted to arch or contract as you move the leg. We're working to find stability here. Well done. And now coming all the way down onto your right side. Using your upper arm as a pillow for your head. Feeling that lift underneath the waist. Exhale to lift both legs and inhale to lower. So keeping the legs glued together here, making sure that you're not having too much weight on that front hand, and really feeling that crunch through the waist as we lift and lower. Holding this one here. You've got this. Test yourself now by taking off the hand. Oh, it's okay if you fall. Good, well done. Rolling now onto your back, and just for a brief moment, hook your knees in towards your chest. Maybe rocking the hips from side to side, giving yourself a nice massage in the lower spine. Good. And then when you're ready, let's extend the legs out long and extend the arms over the back of the head. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll all the way up, sitting up nice and tall. And inhale, lower down with control. Good. Exhale, rolling all the way up. And then inhale, lowering down, trying to keep the movement as controlled and precise as you can. Trying to keep the feet planted on the mat as you roll up. Using the breath to support you. Well done. Fold forward, reach for the thighs, the shins, or the feet, and just allow yourself to stretch through the lower back. Good. Inhale, lift back up. And then exhale, let's roll all the way back down. This time, bringing the hands underneath the head, elbows nice and wide. Let's plant the right leg and lift the left leg towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring right elbow to left knee. Inhale, lower. So we're working to twist through the abdominals here. Really trying to bring that opposite elbow to opposite knee. You can easily work here with the leg bent if this is too strong, or if you want an extra challenge, try lowering the knee as you lower the head, neck and shoulders. So we'll exhale to crunch, inhale to lower. Good, keep flowing with that. Make this one our last one. Well done. So switching over now onto the other side, so planting through the left foot and raising the right leg to the ceiling. So as we exhale, we're working to bring our left elbow to right knee. Option here to bend through the leg, or we can take the more challenging option and begin to lower the leg as we inhale and lower the head. Good, keep flowing with that, using the breath to support you. Exhale to crunch, inhale to lift. You've got this. Let's make this one our last one. Well done. So taking the hands away from the head now and pressing into the mat, lift up the hips towards the ceiling. Make any minor adjustments that you need to make to clasp the hands underneath the hips if you can. Otherwise, just keep them pressed by the side. Breathing deep here, feeling this beautiful stretch into the lower spine. And then we're going to make a triangle with your hands, place them right underneath the tailbone and lower the hips down with control. Bring the knees in and then extend the legs up to the ceiling. We're going to inhale to drop the legs, exhale as we lift them back up. So inhale as we hover them just above the mat and exhale to lift. Feel free to do this with bent legs if this is feeling too much of a challenge for you. And really work to bring the navel towards the spine. If you're wanting more of a challenge, we can release the hands and lift the head, neck and shoulders, reaching forward, looking forward with our gaze. Let's just do one more. Well done. Hug the knees back into the chest and lower the head back down. rocking from side to side, massaging through the lower spine. Maybe placing the hands on the knees and taking some little knee circles clockwise, and then moving anti-clockwise. Allowing the breath to return to normal. Holding ourselves behind the thighs now, you know what's coming. Let's rock backwards and forwards along the whole length of the spine for roll like a ball. Well done. Step yourself back into a plank position and then lower down through the elbows and the hips and press into the palms of the hands for cobra. Maybe shifting your weight here from side to side, opening out through the chest and the front of the body, giving yourself a wonderful stretch through the abdominals and those core muscles. Lowering all the way down now and send yourself back into child's pose. Sending the breath into the lower back, into your hips, your pelvis. Maybe bringing the hands behind you. Allowing the breath to settle into a normal flowing rhythm. And then slowly, when you're ready, rolling up into a seated position. Thank you so much for coming to today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave me a comment and let me know how you got on, and make sure you're subscribed for a new class every week. I'll see you next week.